YouTubers, this your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. Today I'm doing my newest movie review on the latest Disney live action remake, The Little Mermaid. So basically it's retelling the story of the classic animated version of The Little Mermaid where Ariel, played by Holly Bailey, longs to be a part of the surface world. And little does she know she's going to get her wish by none other than Ursula, played by Melissa McCarthy, and Prince. And she felt, and sorry guys, I can't talk, but and she only has 3 days to get the prince, played Prince Eric, played by Jonah King, to fall in love with her. And let me tell you, this is a perfect live action remake. Is a perfect live action remake in so many ways. I honestly thought that this live action remake was gonna flop, but it did not. It really did not. I loved it. I saw this with my mom and we both loved it. And Lin-Manuel Miranda made the songs for for the live action remake, and it was just phenomenal. I honestly don't get why everyone was hating on this movie when it was perfect, downright to the bottom. And let's start off with the positives and negatives. First off are the positives. First off, the positives are like the costumes and the graphics themselves. Disney did not spare a single moment to make sure that this movie was going to be the perfect movie for all audience, new fans and old fans. This was one of those perfect remakes, especially knowing they did a fantastic job with the costumes and the graphics. It was very, very perfect. It was very perfect. It was very perfect. It was very perfect and definitely captured both me and my mom's minds in so many ways. I can say this. I can say this, that they really weren't kidding around with this live action remake. All the other remakes were kind of a flop, but this one itself, they definitely really hit the mark with this live action remake, especially with the costumes. I love them. I really did love them. And another positive is the cast themselves. Haley, Holly Bailey, I apologize. I apologize if I got her name wrong. Is perfect as Ariel, especially knowing she is going to be a person that every little girl looks up to, young and small. I can't talk. Sorry, young and small. Everyone is going to enjoy her. She is the perfect choice for Ariel, without a doubt. She is. And Javier Bardem, who plays King Triton himself. He was perfect. I loved how he portrayed King Triton, and Jonah King as Prince Eric. He was good as well. I really bought into his performance. He was perfect, the perfect choice for the prince. Without a doubt, he was. Aquafina, she was perfect as Scuttle. We seen her as Sisu in Raya and the Last Dragon, Katie in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and now Scuttle. She was perfect in this role too. And don't get me started on Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, the sea witch herself. I loved her. She really did nail this performance. You really could buy in that she was Ursula. She brought her own spin on the Sea Witch herself. I couldn't I couldn't believe what a great performance she gave out in this movie. I honestly could say this. Anyone who loves Melissa McCarthy is going to love her performance in this movie. You could really tell she was really into this role. And also, Holly Bailey and the rest of the cast, fantastic job, guys. Phenomenal. Perfecto. I am really, honestly looking forward to seeing you guys do so much more together. If you guys do a movie together again, I really am looking forward to it. All in all, the cast themselves were really great. And also, another positive is that we kind of do get a special cameo in this movie, but I can't tell you. All I can say, I can't tell you who the cameo is. All you need to know is that it's a Disney legend that everyone is going to be shocked by. I was really shocked when I saw this cameo in the movie. I can't tell you. I can't tell you who it is, who this Disney legend is, but all I can say is this. You are going to be really surprised. And another positive is the story itself. It really did live up to the hype. I was so surprised by how every single moment of this story I was blown away by. Disney really did a good job remaking this great Disney movie that everyone grew up with. I I can say that I was so happy that they really stuck with the story and not just blew it off like the other live action remakes. This really was a perfect remake, hands down, for sure. And that's it for the positives. On to the negatives. I think the one negative I possibly have is the one scene with that was in Poor Unfortunate Souls, the Melissa McCarthy's number. I can't tell you what the problem was because I want you guys to see for yourself. I think it could have been better if this one scene in Melissa McCarthy's number was perfect. I don't want to get into spoilers because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen the movie yet. Because I want you to see it for yourselves and definitely check it out. When you honestly check it out, you'll see which number I mean. Trust me. That was the only negative I had. And that's it for the positives and negatives. On to my rant. This movie itself, it really captures the essence of the animated Little Mermaid. You really can tell that Disney made sure that this was a perfect remake that everyone was going to remember because it's a classic movie that everyone has to stay true to. And it did stay true to the story itself. Along with Lin-Manuel Miranda, who really did make sure to put his own twist on the live action Little Mermaid movie. I can say this, he really did a fantastic job. He also has a cameo in this movie, but I am not going to spoil it and tell you which character he's playing because when you see his cameo in this movie, you'll see what I meant when I say he has a cameo in here. But his music, the music he wrote for this movie, he really did a great job capturing the essence of why we all fans, new and young, new and old, will love The Little Mermaid, this live action adaptation. I really was jamming out to the movie and all of the songs in this movie as well. I am not gonna lie, this was a perfect remake and Disney really blew it out the door. We also get to explore. We also get to know a little bit about Ursula's backstory in this movie, which everyone is going to be so surprised by that I didn't even see it coming. That's all I can say, guys. Nothing more. I can tell you guys are going to be ready and going to be shocked by what happens. I can say that much. I really can. But this movie itself, it really captures the essence of the animated Little Mermaid, and it holds up to the legacy really well. I can say this: all new and old fans, like I said before, are going to enjoy this movie. You're really gonna you're really gonna start dancing to all the musical numbers in this movie, and just have a fun time with it. I I sure as heck did. Everyone everyone is just gonna have a blast watching this live action remake. It wasn't as bad as people thought it was going to be. You you all are going to be so surprised and start dancing in your seats when you see it. Trust me. Me and my mom actually were dancing, and I'm looking forward to seeing this movie again, possibly soon. And everyone, like I said, definitely go see this movie. It's worth watching. And that's it for my rant. On to the rating. I give The Little Mermaid, sorry guys, I give The Little Mermaid a solid B. I hope everyone can see it. It's a solid B. Because this movie does hold up to the legacy of the animated Little Mermaid movie. We we see a lot of great, fantastic musical numbers. Again, there was only one scene in the movie that I didn't like, and it was somewhere in Melissa McCarthy's number as Ursula for Poor Unfortunate Souls. That was the only problem I had. But the rest of the movie itself, it really did live up to all my expectations. I loved it. It was really worth seeing and worth my money for sure. Lin-Manuel Miranda and Alan Menken definitely knew what they were doing with this live action remake. I honestly say if they do a live action adaptation to the sequel to The Little Mermaid, I would be cool with it as long as they got the same director who directed this live action Little Mermaid. I will be okay. Everything else, everything else, everything else with this movie, I loved. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to go see this after seeing the trailers and everything for this movie. I was sold. I was excited. Everything about this movie was all that I hoped for. Everyone who's a Little Mermaid fan, definitely go see this movie. You will not be disappointed, and just have a fun time with it, and definitely go see it. I can promise you, you are going to be shocked, start dancing, and everything. I was almost dancing in my seat for sure, guys. I really was. And that's it for my movie review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment down below on what you guys thought of The Little Mermaid. Subscribe and share with everyone you know. Press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless. Peace.